In the last year, a strike occurred in Hollywood where over 10,000 writers refused to work. Rightfully so, with the advance of streaming platforms in 2007, 2008, threatening the way that they receive pay, they wish to defend the hard work they put into films. Now, with the advance of AI, their jobs are threatened more than ever. This poses a larger question, though. What does the advance of artificial intelligence mean in the entertainment sector? So one of my first questions, I asked ChatGPT to make a video talking about my generation. Guys, let's take a quick look at the screen here and take a look.
Gen Z is the future, but to shape it, we need to engage in politics. Politics impacts everything from climate change to education, and if we don't step up, someone else will make the decisions for us. Watch My Generation to see how young leaders are changing the game and how you can too. Your voice matters. Get involved, stay informed, and let's create a future that works for us all.
Okay, so do you guys think that video creation and in the entertainment space, we talk about Hollywood, that strike was a serious thing in 07, 08. There was like 11,500 writers that went on strike and shows were just not being made. It was bad. Yeah. Do you see us being able to get to a point where AI can actually craft shows and write like emotional dialogues? It's not there yet. I don't see AI and emotion going anywhere near each other.
I feel like they're striving for that, but I do like AI in the media production business more as a collaborator as opposed to like being the art itself. Like, for example, using it in post-production, very helpful. Finding like cues and where to find an edit or helping find things in scripts or things of that nature, super helpful. I think on like scanning actors, actresses, and then using that likeness, that there's a lot of debate there. For example, me personally, I would love to scan myself as long as I can be in control of that likeness. And if an agency wanted to like, hey, we want to use your model and here's a script we want to use and here's some money or whatever.
It comes down to the idea of is AI a tool or a replacement? And in what area? So when we talk about entertainment, Reggie, what are you saying?
It's a tool. It should be a tool. A lot of people sometimes don't use it as just a tool. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, I talk to a lot of creatives, and a lot of creatives typically use AI. The ones that do use AI, they use it for inspiration, brainstorming, coming up with ideas that are sometimes out of the box. If you're creative, you know that certain times you're going to get a writer's block. You're just getting stuck from a creative standpoint. AI allows you to kind of get out of that and think a little bit outside of that. And actually helps quite a lot from a creative standpoint.
It's like bouncing off from another brain. But my challenge is that replaces then a room, because when you're crafting a show, it's a room of writers, 10 of them, let's say. There's hierarchy with the writers, but they all collaborate together to come up with creative ideas. Now, all we have to say is, okay, that room now becomes 5, 3, 2, and 1 with an AI bot.
It'll definitely take the heart away from the art, and I don't think like that's and that's not something we want to like actually do, because like obviously like movies are like emotionally driven, and you need that to like have that connection when you're watching a movie, when you want to cry, when you want to laugh, and do all that jazz. I personally, like if you want to do like an infomercial, I think great. Like use like an AI model of yourself. I do think companies are trying to strive, like,
but they'll never get. I don't think they'll get there. Like Anthony, what are you thinking?
They might not need to.
I don't think it'll ever replace anything, because you'll know when something's written by ChatGPT. I think people will get lazy with it very quickly. Look at TikTok. Look at when people do videos and they don't even have time to actually edit their own captions and the words are spelled wrong, because I just think it's about I think it's just more about actually making content frequently than actually making something worth watching. So basically we're like, for me, this reminds me of the Friday the 13th series. They did it once. It was crappy, but we got 9 other movies. Sorry, but it was. And I just think people are just wanting to make content with it. You are going to know when it's made by ChatGPT. You're going to know when it's crap. I've seen scripts written by it. It's very, very stereotypical. But I just know people will get lazy with it. TikTok, they won't edit their captions. And the emotion you mentioned from the actors and actresses come from them reading the dialogue and interpreting the information by saying
some of the best. Sorry,
that's a really good point, actually, because and that touched an idea that Gary Vee gave in his ideas of what social media will be like in 2025. And one aspect of it is, first off, AI is definitely going to be part of everything related to social media. But part of that is also the fact that AI is a tool to help be able to be more frequent with creating posts, be able to add more of your emotional element towards it. So basically, as part of it, what you're going to probably see, as he says, in 2025 for most of social, as it relates to any kind of creatives, is that AI is partly there to be able to help you get to where you're trying to go, but streamline it. and help you be able to go ahead and not just create the content completely for you, but to help you basically put the ideas that you have in your mind that are sometimes hard to get out on paper, be able to get you there so you can make edits and
I
actually make
don't
it
think
emotional.
we should underestimate it though. Like I've seen some of these models like that OpenAI is making and whatnot. I think like these streaming companies or movie companies are trying to get it to a point where it's like you come onto your little Netflix platform and you're like, hey, I want Al Pacino and Kirsten Dunst in a romance movie right now.
I'll pause it right there because that's actually that's actually good.
Sorry.
We'll be right back.